John, from Liverpool's point of view, you did see some people before the game talking about how if they went out, maybe it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world for them because they can concentrate on this Premier League title challenge. The Premier League has avoided Liverpool or evaded Liverpool for so many years, but when you go to a club and go to a team like Bayern away and you win that way, it can only be good for your confidence and to keep momentum going.
Well, I think what people, I would be in the bracket of a blessing in disguise going out of the Champions League, Andrew. Mainly right. Because it's not the way they played last night. Of course they want to win and they played well and win. But it's the travelling, it's the extra matches, the points of injuries, tiredness. They will all come into it. I mean, obviously they're not going to go out to lose last night, and I would describe it as a blessing in disguise if they did. That's to win the Premiership, because you will get injuries, I think, you will get tiredness, you will get all the various things that once you're involved in competitions. But Liverpool have to do what they have to do. Last night they did it. They might go on. They might well go on and win it. But that was my take before the match. But they did their stuff well last night. Of course, it does your confidence good. But in the long run, it's travel, it's a possibility of injuries, tiredness, all the various things that will come to a climax as they go on for the season, Andrew. Of course they have to win, and it was a great win for them last night.
Liam, would you, as a player, is that something that would cross your mind if you're involved in the scrap for the title and also you're heading into the quarterfinals of the Champions League or the European Cup? Can you compartmentalise an exit from Europe in that way and say, okay, now we can redouble our focus, or is it just beneficial to keep that run going and to be playing well and to take the confidence boost from beating a big team like Bayern?
Well, if you're a player, and I'm not going to answer for John, but I guess I guess that if he was a player in Liverpool's team, he would want to stay in that competition because it's such a prestigious competition. It is the best, and I think Mo Salah even came out this week and said, "Look, for me and for all the people in Egypt, the number one competition is the Champions League." And all those players who played last night, Van Dijk and Mane, and they want to be performing at this level. And when you're a player, you'll be thinking, well, we can do the double. It's not going to do our chances any harm. Probably for most guys on the outside, like John and myself and Eamon and so forth, you'd be saying, well, it's less matches, less travelling. But when you're on the inside, a player or a manager, you'd be desperate to go and win this competition. It is a super competition. And let's not forget, Man City are still involved, and they'll have the same amount of games added with the FA Cup added on top of it. So if I was in the Liverpool camp, I'd be wanting to go all the way.
Yeah, and I think they might feel...
Andrew, can I just interrupt you there? John. I think you mistake me a little bit. I'm not saying as a player that I wouldn't want to do it. I was in that position myself as a player, and the players want to do it. I'm only talking on the outside, from Liverpool's point of view, as a blessing in disguise to go on in the Premiership. Of course the players want to do it, and to be delighted that they want to do it, and try and win the double. That's their point of view, which is the way it should be. But I'm only talking as an outsider from Liverpool's. That's my take on it. That for their own sakes. I know players want to win, but it could well be that winning those matches could catch up on them in the race for the Premiership. But there again, they might go on and win the double. But it is a difficult thing to do. Yeah. But the players, of course, would want to win last night and would be absolutely delighted about it.
Of course, yeah. Look, you can see the logic in it. From looking at it externally, it could be beneficial. If City go further and they have more games to play and are a bit tired,